Now, if you're thinking this seems a bit familiar, well, you're right. I couldn't let this one lie, so we are back on the 1944 Downfall series. We're playing as Finland again. If you haven't checked out the first video, please do. But obviously, seeing as we've got another one, it didn't exactly go to plan. I'm adamant we're going to do it this time. So, we're in the same position. We are Finland. It's 1944. We are trying to defeat the Allies and Soviets. So, I've got two full armies set up. Well, 24 and a 20 units are along the Soviet border. We've got our mountaineers. So, infantry is this 14 width hospitals, engineers for entrenchment. They're just going to be holding the line. And then we've got 8 units of these mountaineers, which are going to be our smashing through heavy work units. So 3 artillery. We've got all of the winter stuff to give us snow bonuses. So on the last video, these absolutely wreaked havoc. So I'm hoping for the same. And we're going to get as many as these out as decision-wise. We have done all of the war propaganda ones to get that. We've done women in the workforce, free war bonds. And then we've nicked all the guns and equipment we can off of the decisions. We're building a supply hub in Onega because we want to do the same as before. We're going to cut along this river line with the mountaineers once that's built. We've done the extra bonuses that we built quick. First, we're going to cut off Murmansk. And we're currently doing militarized society. And then we're going to go on to Greater Finland for the cause once we take all of this land here. So that is the original plan. Went perfectly the first time round, so hopefully the same. We will form the government this time straight away, so we get the manpower ticking earlier. I forgot to do that till about halfway through. So we get an extra 10% recruitable population factor there, and also Mannerheim gets a extra %. Now, I had some suggestions to take mass assault doctrine because you get a bonus to the manpower, which was a big ending point for us last time as we ran out of manpower. But looking through it, I swear it used to be load, but I can only find a 5%er. I swear it used to be 10%. So 5% I don't think is going to be that key for me. I don't think it's going to get me too much. Not sure if they've nerfed it or it's my memory, but I think, because there's nothing down deep battle either, so I think I'm going to stick with superior firepower for the soft attack because we've got so much artillery in it. I think that is the best. That's the one I always go for. Hate me in the comments for it, but I'll do what I want. And we do start with most of the special forces down in the mountaineers, which is good, including the cold weather specialist. Conscription-wise, we're on all adult serve, so I might go scraping the barrel. We do need the manpower. We've got the war support, but I'll leave it for a little bit, and we'll hit that pretty soon to get that ticking up. We'll go military theorist. I think I forgot to do this last time, actually, so we'll get a -10 to the doctrine. We'll get the doctrine going up quickly. But let's kick it off. So we'll railroad our mountaineers straight up to Murmansk, the port. We have not got much equipment. Well, we're missing a lot, but we'll do the old trick. Let's go recruit as many of them, as many of the infantry as possible as well. And then we're going to go ask the Germans if they would like to give us all of their equipment. I know they don't start with a great deal, so they only give a little bit. But in a next month or the month after, they'll give us loads. So no artillery. Infantry equipment is the main one we want, so they'll give us 300 guns. I mean, brilliant. Not exactly what I needed, but I suppose every little helps. Push through Murmansk nicely. These mountaineers just crushed it, so we've encircled that again. They've lost their port in the north and their supply. So we will just pin them in a bit, and then we'll get moving to the south. They're trying to push where our supply hub is. It is built now, yes. Just wait for the railroad. So we'll go get our mountaineers down there now. So let's go in. Delete these front lines. The AI normally takes the rest of that. I don't really care. And we'll get them down to this little area here. Now that the supply depot is built, we will go and trade our way some get some resource by trading our factories away, as we don't need them as importantly. We are missing a lot of support equipment and infantry, but we'll get that soon. We have had a delivery actually, so let's go and recruit a load of new units, and we'll see what the Germans have for us this time round. Hopefully more than whatever I had before. A few hundred guns. I really need some artillery as well. I don't want those guns you're sending me. Can we have support equipment? I really needed that. Trucks is good. No artillery still. What about some guns and some towed anti-tank? Yeah, that's it. Let's see. 7,000 guns. Much better. That's looking better for us. That'll be pretty much reinforced fully. Mountaineers now smashing through, so that's fine. They've not really got AUG, but I need to make use of this before they reinforce. So we'll just pin in. It'll be fine. They can't move anywhere. We are so much quicker than them. Yeah, they're not even there. We'll keep on moving. Just keep pushing, and we'll get this encirclement nice and easy. Right, encircled. They're going to try and truck some troops in, but we'll leave a few infantry there, and then we'll use the mountaineers to push north and crush them off. We'll shorten the front line a bit, and we'll try and hit the supply hubs. Last time I had too many of these normal infantry, so we're going to change some of these to mountaineers. I know I haven't got the equipment, but I'll get it. But the more mountaineers I've got, the better, because they will smash everything. Oh, I think that's the supply hub we've taken. Yeah, supply hub's ours. We'll just wait for that to plug in shortly. And that is them pretty much done for in this pocket, I think. We can get Greater Finland as well, which is good. So we'll get the cores in those two areas we've done. We'll get some more manpower, which is nice. And we will slowly crush them, because we have got a D-Day coming up. So we want to knock this one off before that happens. Annoyingly, I've not done as well this run because we're in the 5th of May, which is the cut-off of when I need to move. So we're going to have to leave our infantry surrounded this, and we're going to have to cart off our mountaineers to help D-Day. So we'll go via, where is it, military access for Sweden, so we don't have to go over the sea. I have got 17 mountaineers this time, so that should be enough. Last time I had to take a full stack and some mountaineers, but these are big boys, so we should be alright. Can we transfer any more? Can we get another 3? No. Another 2? No. 1 more? Yeah, 1 more mountaineer. We'll change them over and chuck them in the army. So we've got 18 going over for D-Day. Equipment-wise, we're looking okay. We're just missing artillery, as obvious, because we've got 3 in each division. But that's okay. We'll get them soon enough. They've got the manpower and the equipment, at least, in terms of infantry. We'll do digging and hold, which will counteract the Allied bonus for D-Day. D-Day is always such a gamble where they're going to hit, because they don't always just hit Normandy. I mean, they're attacking... Oh, there we go, full across the line. Wow. That's normally good, because there'll be small amount of units on each tile. Yes, we're already turning green as well. Rather than when they hit 2 tiles and burst out, it's right annoying. So we might be alright. Alright, we've held our ports, which is good. They've landed further on, so we'll just direct a few troops to deal with that. As long as we can hold Cherbourg as well, which it looks like we should be able to. This has gone very successfully, and they've barely landed, so I'm happy with that. Oh, they're a naval invasion in Lorient as well. Right, luckily we've got some troops. We'll cart them over quickly. We've got a few dealing with the ones in the north, sort of in the Benelux, and we'll get these down to 8 divisions of US, so we should be fine defeating them. These ones are surrounded, so we'll just crush them nicely as well. Oh, come on, get my troops in. We've got a few tiles that they're just walking past, so as long as we pin them, we can sort of push them back. We should be okay. There's a few divisions. The Germans are sending some as well. If we can take Nates and Lorient, we'll be okay. There are 5 divisions. They're about to get crushed with a nice encirclement penalty. I mean, it says 1, but clearly there's 5. Oh, encirclement done there. We've taken the ports. That's this invasion done. I'd have liked for a few more divisions to land just so I can knock them out. There's Greater Finland, so we should get some more manpower. Another encirclement dealt with, and that is D-Day, done and dusted, 27th of June. No problemo. In fact, by this time, Romania was sort of crumbling. I mean, what on earth is going on here? The AI must have trucked through, and don't try and reinforce that. Just hold the line. Why are you trying to... The AI has almost screwed me there. Let's get all of our mountaineers back over here, then we'll finally close off this pocket. They must be starved out by now. We'll railroad them back over. Yeah, they look at that. They've got absolutely nothing. No surprise, they've been here a few months with no supply. So we'll just crush these. We'll split them up into smaller encirclements. But they are just melting away to our fantastic mountaineers. Last few divisions done. There's some Soviets off the table. Oh, Italy. Why have you got to do Italian things? I thought this was okay. I suppose most of the D-Day's probably going to Italy now. I mean, they should be alright. They're starting to stack it. We'll finish this one off, and then we'll go for Leningrad, I think. Right, let's get our divisions in. Leningrad, we'll take the tile next to it and hopefully surround it. They've got 10 sat on there, and they've got lots of forts, so we won't be able to take it without encircling it. I can now do request German support. So what have they given us? Some lovely manpower and base war support. Oh, and a large shipment of equipment. What are we getting? Some tanks apparently, but doesn't look like it. Does it take a little while to kick in? Oh, yes, there we go. Wow. And a load of support equipment. Load of infantry. No artillery. You could have given us some artillery, but at least we've got loads of other equipment. We'll wait for them to stop countering, or attacking, and then we will counter. Pin everyone in Leningrad. Literally one tank there, so we should be able to quickly knock that out and take the river line. Yeah, their org is melting away nicely. Right, river line taken. 17 mountaineers. Try and push back over that. We'll let you re-attack. As soon as you stop, we'll counter and push you back over. Shouldn't be a problem. Wow, they've reinforced this line. They're really not giving me any breathing room. I mean, they're just non-stop attacking, so their equipment must be just falling away at the wayside. They're not going to be able to push me at all, but they are not giving up the attack whatsoever. Everywhere else we're fine. They've got really weak divisions up here, so I may use that. Yeah, so what I've done is I've taken 6 mountaineers away, because I can afford it on the Leningrad border. And we'll just cut round here and sort of cut across and just encircle these. And there'll just be another load of troops we can knock out of the Soviets that they'll have to replace on the border. They've got absolutely no org, so these mountaineers will just walk where they like. We're in winter as well, which winter is my ally for the first time in Hoi history. I actually enjoy fighting in winter on this. Well, the Finns do, because it's the Finn or winter war that's lasted about 3 winters by now. And there we go, encircled. We'll take that and we'll crush this little encirclement of 20 odd divisions or so. So there's more Soviets that have gone. I mean, they've just tried to push in and going to get another 2. Yeah, we did. Another 2 divisions, including a tank encircled, trying to unencircle the other 20. That was a horrendous mistake from you, Mr. Stalin. Oh, look at those pop away. Oh, nice 20 odd divisions gone. And we'll just crush this other one and then we'll remove them. And we'll use the infantry just to hold again. There we go, nice and done, encirclement done. Let's get rid of the mountaineer and we'll get them carted back over to the Leningrad. It's a lot harder to take this time round because they are really non-stop attacking me. I should be alright because they're clearly moving some divisions away to fill that border now. German is looking okay, Romania still holding, Italy not great, but what you expect. Casualty wise, we're at 200,000 and we've done 1.7 million, so pretty good exchange rate if you ask me. Okay, I'm going to try and push out over this river. They're a lot weaker here, and Leningrad is just no hope. Hopefully I can then make the front line a bit bigger, and we'll be able to take it. So we'll cart those in, half the infantry. Oh, yes, pushed out. Here we go. We will pin and move. They're out of org. Let's open up a bit of bigger front line, and then they'll have to redirect some troops, and hopefully we can then push out and encircle Leningrad. We can easily move these over. Let's pin these actually as well. Might as well attack. They have stopped attacking. If we can sort of push there for the river line. Yeah, they're just melting away here. Oh, absolutely no chance. We'll keep pushing. I might be able to pull off an even bigger encirclement than just Leningrad here. So if we can join up with the German border here, or the German front, we should be able... I have no idea what divisions the Soviets got, but they're no match for our mountaineers by the looks of it. Oh, come on. This is actually so much harder to crush. There we go. Leningrad is finally encircled. That took so much longer and a lot of manpower. So, not brilliant, but we'll take Leningrad and finally crush it. And hopefully that'll give us some nice manpower as well. Someone was saying I need to take more land of the Soviets for the manpower. Oh, there's loads of divisions in there, to be fair. They're all getting crushed nicely. There's only 8 in Leningrad. We'll keep pushing on. Probably Germany will nick these casualties, but never mind. A load of helmets pop in. 17 divisions about to disappear of the Soviets. Goodbye. Oh, there we go. Right, let's get our mountaineers back to Leningrad and finally get that one a lot later than normal. We're in August 45 already. Oh, last division. Goodbye. Leningrad is finally ours. So what someone said I need to do now is make sure when I'm taking the Soviet land, it goes to us rather than the Germans. So fight along my front line. That way I'll get more manpower, which was a main issue. So let's go into our land and then push. We'll start to hit the supply hubs and see how much we can push out via that way. We'll shorten our border as well because we haven't got as many normal infantry equipment, infantry troops. So the Germans, I mean, are manning our border anyway. They are building up over here. So there's some good opportunities for encirclement of rubbish divisions. What are they at? 332, and we've done 2.8 million casualties. We're at 400,000 now. Just as I'm preparing to push out, the Soviets launch a massive counteroffensive. I mean, our mountaineers are here, so no chance. All they're doing actually is going to make it easier for me, but they are really just cycle charging us. So goodbye to your equipment. Right, they've stopped in winter, which is a big mistake for them because we hit hard in the winter. So let's pin in place and see if we can push back out over the river, grab some supply hubs, and drive deep into the Soviet heartland with a big Finnish penis. Pulling off a few little encirclements on the way. We've got modern artillery as well, so we're going to be heavy on the soft attack. If I can just take this one tile, that's a few more along the border we'll get. Let's just pin them in place just so they don't try and push out, but I'm just force attacking, to be fair. Our front line's now reinforced. The Soviets are weak, so let's just see if we can beeline straight down for this supply hub. I think we'll get some encirclements pulled off as well there. We are making our way down the superior firepower doctrine as well. This beelining tactic is working great. There's a few troops there. We can probably encircle that as another 10 or so divisions gone. Once we've pushed past the front line, there's absolutely no stopping our mountaineers, so we've got to make real good use of this. If I can just take that tile and pin those in place. Should be a few more. The trick is just small encirclements of Soviets. There we go. Look at that. Another 11 divisions gone. We've taken the supply hub. Let's get a bit of land around it as well, just so they don't push and immediately take it. But if we take supply hubs and encirclements, we'll just ground them down. Beeline tactic again. We'll hit the supply up here. Anyone that's not pushed back will be overrun or encircled. There is absolutely no stopping us in some of these areas. We just take whatever we want. These mountaineers are OP. I mean, we're going to keep going because Moscow's inside. I didn't realise how close I was. And they've literally got nothing because we've made this giant gap in the front line. So if we can encircle these troops or they'll be overrun, we'll just walk straight into Moscow. And there we go. Moscow is something we couldn't have done on the first video. And we're in April 46 and we've taken Moscow. They are going to try and take it back. But as long as we can get some more divisions in there. There we go. It's turned to green. Absolutely fine. Right, we've reinforced the Moscow front line. Funny enough, the Soviets really want it back. So they are mounting heavily on our borders here. This is the most resistance we've got on any of our front lines now. They are really moving some troops. But we're on a river line. We've got a lot of mountaineers here. We should be fine. Right, I'm going to try and do a bit of a pincer movement here because I can't really push further on from Moscow. So we're going to go across the river, hopefully, and join up. And just, a few divisions here and there. This is another, 6 or 7 divisions we should encircle if we can take there. Push across the river this way as well. Easily. Easily. These mountaineers are so good. And the Soviets just don't react. They just stand there and let themselves get surrounded. So another encirclement. It's ruined my front lines, but that's fine. Right, let's keep pushing on then. I think we might be able to pull off a massive one. We'll just keep snaking. These mountaineers are so good. If we can take the supply hub in Pskov, is it? We'll encircle basically everything on our front line. Oh, keep going, keep going. These are incredible. In a big stack, there's a supply hub. We'll wait for that to connect up. We'll keep pushing up. And then the Soviets, that's probably a good 40, 50 divisions encircled. We'll just pin anything in. We can drop some units off. Oh, come on. A couple more tiles. Come on. Yes, that's the supply hub. That is it. Right. Is that connected up? Oh, it's connected up. Fine. We'll wait for that to jump in. But look at this lovely encirclement. So we will rearrange. We'll get all of our mountaineers to hold this open. Oh, it doesn't like encircled. There we go. And we'll just mop them up. Nice divisions there. Last few divisions of that big encirclement. We'll just knock those off. A few there. And that is going to be another big hit for the Soviets. These are units. I mean, they've got the manpower and probably the equipment, but they've got to recruit them. There we go. That's sealed off. Right, we are looking at Chonkia now, and we are deep into Soviet territory. So I think I'm seeing here we might be able to push along this river line. So let's get a spearhead. We'll go up to there, and then we'll come back on ourselves up sort of here to the port, and we'll cut them off. Right, are these going to be able to stand up? No, there's 2 divisions with no orc. We'll just basically go wherever we want, won't we? Push along here up the river line. We'll grab the port as well so we get a bit of supply up this way. And then there's another load of Soviets encircled. Oh, they just can't move quick enough to stop us. These mountaineers are so good. We're about to go into winter as well, so it's going to get even worse for them. But there's a good probably 15, 20 units encircled. So we'll move some of the mountaineers over this side. Chuck him back, and we'll get an offensive line and just mop that one up. Oh, Italy. I've not really been paying attention, but what are you up to? And there's a bit of a D-Day, but the Germans have sort of got that built in. The Balkans is not looking great, I must be honest. We do need to help them. Soviets have still got 300 odd divisions, but we'll have to deal with that. Right, let's beeline down a bit more then. We'll take a few. There's a load of supply hubs down here, so we'll just manually select a few and beeline for the closest. Hopefully a few more encirclements, and we might be able to do a big cutting encirclement here if we can take them. Oh yeah, once we get through the front line, there's just no stopping us whatsoever. These mountaineers are so quick, especially in the winter months. We'll just slice through them, encircle any of the rogue troops that are there. Come on, keep going. Grab the supply hubs. Another encirclement there. A couple of tanks, another division. Keep going round any troops that they've got to stop us. We are looking good. This is going far better. We're almost actually down at Rostov and the Sevastopol, so we'll cut down there. If we can, you know, cut them in half, this would be unbelievable. Big front line for the Soviets to man. We've cut them in half. We'll push down to take Sevastopol as well, so they can't reinforce via that way. And then we will man the east border and push west to relieve the Germans and Balkans. Okay, Sevastopol is a no-go, so we'll just do a full back line there. We'll just mount to this side with one troop just to defend it. That'll be fine. And then we will use the rest of these mountaineers. We'll keep moving. If I can take these last couple of ports, that will be all of these encircled in this half of their front line, basically. A few divisions, if we can take that tile, will be cut off. Another tank. I mean, I don't know how many tanks they've got, but quite a lot, and we are knocking quite a few of them out as well, so this is fine. There's another 3 divisions gone and disappearing. This invasion is not looking good. I mean, the Germans are sort of stopping them. Hopefully I can crush this whole pocket here and relieve the Germans. I mean, this is all surrounded now. Italy is death stack, so that's fine. That's going to be sort of no man's land. Well, oh, Paris is liberated just as I say that they're holding. That's fine. We've got a load of new crappy divisions to get onto the east front to hold that while we push west. I want the land to turn to finish, really, so let's move our mountaineers into this centre pocket area and we'll push out there so we gain the land. Manpower's okay. We're sort of gaining a bit of the Soviet manpower now. They're reinforcing this Romanian land again. Luckily, Romania didn't cap, so that's fine. So we'll move out of there because they are reinforcing that front line. More encirclements and more Soviets being defeated. So we'll just keep pushing. They have just not got enough troops basically now. They must have horrendous casualties. We'll look at that soon. We are obviously, you know, teetering on the manpower we actually have. Everything we have got we are using. But we're holding the eastern front. They're trying to push a little bit. There might be a little encirclement we can pull off there as well. With our usual crappy troops, we're actually going to encircle a panzer division. Right, a few more to crush of these last few pockets, and that is basically all of the German land done. We've then hold the east front, so we'll take all of the Soviet land going the other way. And that is a huge blow for the Soviets. We knock them out of Romania, and then we can deal with... I suppose I better knock the Soviets out. I'm sure Germany can hold off that D-Day. We'll push towards Stalingrad, and then down here, I think, and see if we can knock out the Soviets. The Soviets just are pulling troops out of their arse. Unfortunately for them, they are crap compared to our mountaineers, so we'll just push through this Ukrainian area towards Rostov again. Take Rostov for the second time, but a few more encirclements. They have got 0 org in fairness as well, and they're probably all green units, I imagine, because they're probably fresh divisions. D-Day is not looking great. We'll just ignore this side. Hopefully with the Maginot, when they get pushed back, they'll be able to hold until we can help out. Oh, come on. If we can pull this encirclement. They are trying to pin my troops. We have taken Kursk. Yeah, there we go. They're unencircled and engaged. So we've got to the encirclement off. There's another load. The Soviet casualties are mounting massively. They have no idea what to do about us. Another double pincer movement. If we can meet these front lines, that's another big area of the Soviet front line encircled. Those troops are just sat there waiting to be encircled. Yeah, there we go. Pulled that bad boy off. And we'll use our mountaineers just to close this up as well. Hold the front line open. It's always real border gore when you do an encirclement, isn't it? They mess up the front lines, but we'll keep these open with the mountaineers and crush, I don't know, 20 odd divisions there. That encirclement done. What we're looking like, they're down to 130 odd divisions ish, and we'll almost have done more casualties than the German. We're up to 6.7 million casualties for the Soviets. They have naval invaded here, so we've got a few new mountaineer divisions heading up there just to push them out. The Soviets are trying to push back, but they've just got no chance now. They've retaken Moscow in fairness, but we'll have that back soon. Right, I'm having Moscow back. We'll just beeline for Moscow. They were doing that while we were closing the big encirclement, so that's fine. We'll just have Moscow straight back off you with our mountaineer divisions. No stopping them. We'll push along actually and gain the river line for a bit of a defense. There we go. Moscow is back to ours. We'll keep pushing into Soviets. While I was busy retaking Moscow, they've pushed me far back again. So for the third time this game, we're going to beeline south and head for Rostov and an encirclement, because the AI just cannot hold the front lines for us and our pathetic troops can't. But we're okay. We'll smash back. Oh, look at this big Finnish penis. Right down into the heart of the Soviets. We'll keep moving our front line of mountaineers. This will be another huge encirclement of a whole front for the Soviets. We'll take Rostov again. Big encirclement number 28 complete. How the Soviets still have men, I'll never know. But we will then crush these back towards the western side. A few divisions there that are encircled. We've got another mountaineers down here, so we'll try and retake the river line from these troops. More encirclements, more casualties. The Soviets will perish. Look at this lovely encirclement as well. That is a fair amount of Soviet troops. This should definitely tick us over to conflicting more casualties than the Germans have, which is absolutely incredible seeing as we are playing as Finland. Germany not looking great. Italy and France are back on the map. They've got some troops encircled there. There's a fair amount there that should be able to hold until we've done with the Soviets. At least they haven't got really two fronts to deal with. Beelined our way to Stalingrad. There are a couple of panzers there. Hopefully we can take the tiles next to it and we'll sort of encircle them and take them. That'll be another capital done. In the meantime, we did just roll past a load of troops we'll have to mop up, but there's more encirclements, more casualties for the Soviets. Our manpower is still ticking in from them as well, so we're doing okay on manpower front. Right, let's tow down and we'll take Sevastopol this way. I think that's one of the first times I've seen Sevastopol as their capital. We are missing 70,000 infantry and a bit of equipment. We've got to keep going while the Soviets are basically on their knees. Who cares about manpower and equipment when you've got them on the run? A lot of green here, so the Germans have got a good defence. Can't push over the straits. We're a cheeky little naval invasion since we have supremacy for some unknown reason. I guess Romanian troops are there. And hopefully we can take Sevastopol. We'll pin these troops in. There's a fair few that are going to get crushed in this. Either side of Sevastopol, so there we go. That's fine. There's another capital, another port, and some more divisions encircled. Use a few of our divisions to push down into sort of this Iraqi land that Soviets have. Not sure if these are victory points, but they can man that front line. Luckily, Turkey isn't in yet. If we can get another double pincer going on here, that'd be another big bit of their front line. How many divisions they got? 140 still. They are literally a unit printing factory. No matter how many we wipe out, they've got more to replace them. Oh, there's our double pincer pulled off again. The Soviets will never learn, will they? Never learn with these counters we're doing. I swear when I played as Romania, they had nowhere near as many divisions they were printing as this. Or did I just defeat them quicker? I have no idea. Can't remember, but I don't remember it being this much of a slog. People told me in the comments as well to use my PP for medals, so fine. It's so tedious. I wish they could do a way of speeding this up. So we'll just give them all of the Order of the White Rose. Their soft attack is going to be off the chains with these. Basically, everyone gets about 3 of these medals, so 15% of soft attack, which in fairness is a great bonus. So thanks for that advice, but you know me, bit tedious. And another encirclement about to be pulled off. Not another one. Modern airframes. We'll see if we can get some fighters out as well. Our air force has been lacking. And we'll use our mountaineers to clear this one up. Another 20 or 30 divisions about to be disappeared. The Soviets must be getting bored of this. What are they at? 84%, 20 million casualties. Never seen that as their capital that far back. Oh, that's because Vladivostok's gone. Oh, the Japanese are in now, aren't they? Yeah, of course they are. 84% still. Oh, Turkey has joined the Allies. And I think Turkey was at war with the Soviets. I mean, it does really screw our front lines here, so let's just retreat. I mean, as long as the Allies are taking Soviet land, I don't care. As long as the Soviets haven't got their victory points, so we'll fall back there. Oh, Someone has decided to nuke Stalingrad. I can only assume that's the Soviet. So, I mean, that's really Stalin-esque, isn't it? To nuke the city that he's named, well, he's named after himself in defiance. Oh, I'm on the tedious bit. Just grab land and victory points. There's nothing. I mean, there's another encirclement, but there's no victory points involved. We're at the mountains. There literally can't be much more. What are they at? 96%. Come on. Is that it? 98%. Oh, my God. This is so tedious. What are they at? I mean, we've done 11.3 million casualties and the Germans have only done 8.6. We are at 1.4 million casualties, though, I must be honest. So it's not brilliant. I mean, the numbers are actually fantastic. 10-to-1 ratio is always good, especially as the Finland beating Germany. Oh, we've frozen. Is that? Yes, we've done it. We've actually knocked out the Soviets. Look at that equipment as well. Oh, my God. Wow, we are not going to have any equipment problems. Oh, right, let's go grab some land we want. We obviously want everything around us. And then I might puppet a bit of Russia as well. Right, here we go. Peace deal. We've got a bit of Greater Finland and then we've got Finnish Russia. I thought we've got some manpower back. We can then, I'm hoping, they must have manpower. The Provisional Government of Finnish Russia. Oh yeah, 3 million. They've got 3 million manpower that we are going to use. So let's go and see what divisions they have on offer. Loads. Don't like that. Where's another one? Why has that got a marine in it? I mean, we'll take that. We'll copy that one. And then we'll, I don't know, I don't want any of these. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of our tanks, that one. Yeah, you can all go. You can go. And then, funny enough, we'll take the marines out. We definitely don't want that. Let's just go and give them all the support. I'll give engineers, artillery, anti-air, anti-tank, and let's go for cavalry recon, I think. And then we'll bump this up to a 20 width, and that can man our borders full of Soviet men, and then we'll get more mountaineers out. Let's go and change these two armies into our Soviet allies now, and they can man the borders. We are marching them back across to help out Germany. Got some more in for building as well. Why is this always happens after the peace deal? They manage to just take a random, well, oh, we've got it. Oh, okay, I was about to moan about it, but this is a brilliant little bug that happens. So we have taken a bit of Poland as Finnish Russia. We need to sort out this border here, so we'll just use our mountaineers just to help out, push the allies back to a smaller front line here. Right, I'm actually going to up these. We've got loads of equipment, and I think these are better. So let's just go and add 2 lots of artillery. We'll go an anti-tank as well, and then an anti-air, and then we'll just put another infantry in. So we'll get 30 width. These are going to be bad boys, actually. These have got the manpower. I might as well use these, and we've got all the equipment. Loads of equipment, loads of equipment. So let's start by helping Germany out. Did obviously nick the remaining of the Soviet fleet, so hopefully we can pull off a sea line with that. I don't know if there was a Finnish version of the sea line. We've got our subs out raiding as well. Hopefully we can get superiority once we retake the rest of mainland Europe. These front lines are dealt with. The Germans are reinforced. So we'll remove those. We'll retreat out of there. We've got 2 full armies of our mountaineers now. So let's get them over. I'll leave all the ball. Let's get France out of the game again. I mean, they're very close to Hanover, so we'll move our troops there. Let's actually say we have an advantage. So I think our mountaineers are going to be far better than anything the Soviets have. So let's see if we can push in. We've obviously got some of our big boy Soviets to help out as well. And we are actually rolling the Allies over. Oh my God, I didn't think this. I thought this would be a real stalemate. Oh, this is grand. There's actually a big pocket in Rotterdam that's been there for years. And imagine after like 4 years of being encircled by Rotterdam, you're just going to get relieved by a load of Soviets. I mean, our planes have immediately been shot down. So the air war, we're not going to win. I don't know why I attempted to win that. I mean, because I like to try and win the air war, but we'll just keep rolling over with anti-air. Right, I'm going to make some tank divisions. It turns out we had a hell of a lot of medium tanks, so let's go get some armoured divisions out, which are going to be driven by the Russians. So I tried to use my own tank divisions, but I don't have the manpower for it really. So let's switch them over. I don't know why I'm not using Soviet. We are missing some medium tanks though. So how many have I actually got? I'm not making any either. Oh yeah, we're missing a few. Let's just cut them down. I can't get 10 then. Let's transfer them over and hopefully 7. We'll be able to man 7. got this reinforcement full army of my tanks and some more Soviet troops to come to this border, and we'll crush through all of the ports and we will push the Americans out of France. Oh, the Allies are being crushed so quickly. There's a nice encirclement. We've relieved these troops in Rotterdam, so after years they've been relieved by the Finnish. Oh, that's got encircled. There we go, re-encircled it. We've re-Dunkirked, what, 10 years, a decade later, they've been re-Dunkirked again. We'll push them out of Calais and Dunkirk. There's a nice load of divisions encircled and being disappeared by T-34s, run by the Soviets, owned by the Finnish. And oh, that just melted away. Didn't really see how many troops there was to begin with. Oh, I mean, that's pretty brutal, isn't it? The Allies, that's real sore loseris. They retook Paris and then we took it back, so they just nuked it. I mean, savage. That is absolutely savage by the Americans. Can we take Cherbourg? Oh, there's another load of divisions. There we go. Some helmets pop in. We're just taking all of the ports back. If I could just get one of these tiles. This is a lovely big encirclement here. Yeah, there we go. There was no stopping our mountaineers there. So we'll continue pushing into France and knock them out, and then I'll deal with that encirclement because it is the Maginot Line as well. I know it's not strong in this mod because they've deconstructed it, but we'll crush these pockets first. Oh, there is France pretty much unliberated. So we'll push into Italy and deal with that encirclement. The Italians should not be too hard to deal with and get them back into the game. I spoke too soon. The Italians have really put a load of troops and that's a stalemate. So let's just go and knock this encirclement out. We'll take all of our 3 good divisions of mountaineers and Soviet tanks and we'll deal with this pocket. That's got to be a good 40 or 50 divisions there. We are out of equipment, amazingly, but who cares? We'll just keep pushing in. Oh, there we go. Disappearing. Oh, disappearing. There's so many troops there. The Allies are definitely going to feel this one. If we can cut them in 2, it'll make it easier. No, we're not. Ooh, there we go. 1 tile. How many troops are we looking at? Good 40 divisions there. Oh, no, it's not. It's only about 20 odd. 20 divisions. All right, 20 divisions. Not as good as I thought it was, but still pretty good. What are the Allies at now? 33 million casualties for the Allies. It's time to end this. Let's set up our sea line, Finnish sea line into Newcastle. We'll get our mountaineers on it. I'm hoping to get naval supremacy. They have got a lot of ships there, but we've got an alright navy now. All we need is one little bit to jump over and we'll be fine. We've pretty much liberated France again. So let's get them moving over through the canal. Out of curiosity, if I put Strike Force on... Oh, we do immediately get... Oh, 21 days I've got to wait. Okay, right, remove that because I don't want them to get shot into pieces and sunk. So we can... I mean, they've got no division. 60 and 10 to 13. Oh, sea lines happened. Can we land though? Newcastle's got a lot of troops. Damn. Right, use these divisions. 2 divisions there just to encircle them. And then you 2 can push in. Hopefully, once they're encircled, they'll just fall away. Oh, yes, Newcastle is ours. We have a port. We have a port in Britain. The end game is on. Let's get all of our humongous army of Soviets and Finnish and tanks over to the mainland. And this shouldn't be a problem now. I think they lost so many in that last encirclement that there won't be... Oh, there looks like there's loads, actually. What am I talking about? No match for us, though. We'll keep on marching. These tanks and stuff are just going to roll it over. This is it. We've done it. We've actually done it. Just push up into Scotland as well. I don't know why Anthony Amy doesn't play for Scotland. Apparently he's Finnish, but he's only 28. Last few divisions knocked out of the UK, and that is them defeated. And, I mean, the rest of Europe's not great, but that is... I'm sorry, this is a win. I'm calling it. I can't be asked to liberate Italy and stuff. You know the rules. We've knocked out the Soviet Union. We've knocked out the UK. The rest of it's just mop up. And that is it. They are at 35 million casualties as well. And we're at 12 million for the Axis. That's incredible. I don't think I've ever seen a conversion like that. Who's taken loads? United Kingdom. It must be USA, wherever they are. Brazil's taken 1.8. Oh, United States, 18 million. And only 2.4 to us. 12 million to the Germans. Wow. Japan's still off and kicking. They have been pushed out. But I think... Communist China owns Korea for some unknown reason. Are they? Oh, yeah, they are still about. They haven't capped. I mean, they're just on their island chilling. But there we go, guys. Another victory. I knew I could do it. I'm glad I gave it another attempt. Please subscribe if you want to stay up to date with this series. Hit me up in the comments what country you want me to try as next. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. And thanks for watching. Peace out.